What's up, family? Welcome to Dr. J's Office Hours. I am your host, Dr. J. Williams, and I'm excited to share with you an amazing conversation I had with Alena Jackson. Alena serves as the marketing manager for some of the world's biggest musical artists. She has worked with Nicki Minaj, Little Baby, Migos, Bryson Tiller, and many more. We spoke about her non-traditional journey into the music industry, building authentic relationships in a cutthroat society, and advice on how to fall in love with your journey. As always, I learned so much in these conversations, and I know you will too. So step inside my office and vibe with us on this episode of Dr. J's Office Hours. Alena, what's up?
What's up, Jay? How are you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you so much for your time and blessing me with your presence. I got so much that I want to talk to you today, but before we get going, I want to know, how do you create your vibe? And I'm always curious to see how the creatives in the world create their space to develop and produce their best work. So how do you create your vibe in order to produce your best work?
Yeah, for sure. I think for me, I always have so many things going on. So I always like to have a routine. I feel like if I wake up knowing exactly how my day is laid out, I can have more of a productive day. So I kind of have like this same morning ritual routine. Like I'll start my morning off with this song. It's called Self-Love by Nevaeh. It just uplifts my spirit. It just reminds me to just love myself. And like, I just think having that sense of appreciation for yourself upon waking up is extremely important, at least for me, right? And after that, I had to get sunlight. Like I sit outside, meditate for a cool 10 minutes, and I really just allow my mind to be empty. I think before my day gets started, I want to start my day with a clear mind, making sure that I'm starting the day however I project it to be, not however it's going to go, right? I feel like a lot of the times we forget we're in control of just our mood, our vibes, and everything. So I definitely understand that power and I utilize it. But I really just like being centered. Like I really like being by myself after like meditating and doing all of that. I really just like figuring out exactly what am I grateful for today, and then what are the 5 things that I'm gonna attack. And that's honestly kind of just been like my rituals like until now, and I really feel like it really works for me because I think especially being in like a high stress, like an environment where you just don't know what's gonna happen, right? I can get on Instagram and I could be like, oh, we were gonna drop a song today, but something might happen. It's like we're not doing that, right? So I have to just be able to adapt to the different changes. And I think being centered and being able to just see and understand, first, I'm thankful and grateful for whatever today brings, right? I'm grateful for whatever opportunity that allows to bring itself to myself. But not only that, I'm able to understand what do I need to attack for the, today. And then towards the end of the day, I usually go back to those 5 things that I needed to get done to see how productive was today, and then transfer the things that didn't get done that day to the next day.
I love that. And so I'm curious, because you're such a planner and an organizer in terms of your day, when you first wake up, do you look at your phone?
Okay, so
aside from the alarm.
It's so crazy because I'm actually trying to break that habit now, right? So I think iPhone has like this feature I've been using, which is like screen time. So after a certain amount of time or a certain period in the day, it won't allow me to be on my phone and do certain things. So I've been really trying to utilize that. It's so hard because when I wake up in the morning, the first thought is like, oh my gosh, what happened within the time that I've been asleep, right? Like there's just always something can go on. Songs can get leaked. It can be a situation at the club last night. Like you just never know. And I hate that it's set up like that, which is why I always, like I said, first moment I wake up, I try to play that song, feel the love within the day. But yeah, it's definitely pretty difficult to do that for sure. But
yeah, because because you talked about, clearing your mind and, being centered. And I find that really interesting or really challenging to do when you're in a response mode, when you look at your phone, right? Whether it's a text message, whether it's a phone call or an email, you're automatically in response mode versus centering yourself first. Right. Then looking at your phone and then being in response mode. So that's why I was curious, is sort of like the order in which you do that, because I struggle with that as well.
Yeah. I think you also got to just learn how to be selfish, right? I think sometimes you have to understand understand it's okay to put yourself first, right? That
Right.
text message, if you don't check it in that time that it was sent, is it really going to change the overall situation from what took place? Probably not, right? So I allow myself to understand that I do have that sense of power. And sometimes if I woke up or I feel like I didn't get enough sleep, I might not want to be bothered by my phone for the first second, right? Let me get some water, let me hydrate myself, let me, throw some water on my face and just feel refreshed. I think those little small things are so important because in this industry, people teach you to just work, work, work. And I've always kind of looked at that terminology like, how can I pour from a glass that's half empty? So it's like, I don't believe in that. You know what I mean? I realize that I'm the vessel. So I have to always take care of me. I have to make sure before I even talk to someone or show face that I've had a conversation with myself and I'm okay mentally, emotionally, spiritually. So, whatever, before I present myself. You know what I mean? Because I'm real big on my energy. I always want people to feel like, yo, I met Alena and she was in a great energy. And I don't ever want to me just reading my phone or seeing something to dictate how my whole day is going to go. I want to know that I have that power to say whatever BS is on this phone today, I'm going to be able to say, you know what? I want to have a good day. I meditated. I listened to what I needed to do for myself. Now I can give myself to the world. You know what I mean?
I love that. I love that. And so for you, you've had some amazing experiences in your life. You've been in the industry, you've done a lot of different things. What would you say, as you reflect on your life experience, would be a defining moment that led you to where you are today?
It's so crazy because like when I first moved to LA, I was just not where I wanted to be, right? I was kind of that girl who just came to LA with a dollar and a dream. I've never been like, now that I'm a planner, that was never me. I kind of just went with the flow and just was like, yo, wherever life takes me, it's going to take me. And I think I was working at Fashion Nova at the time and I was their marketing manager and I was handling all of like their social media platforms and their influencers. And I was just really depressed because I knew I wanted to work in music and I knew I was doing marketing, but I wasn't marketing something that I love and something I was passionate about. And I used to listen to this Nipsey song. It's Kendrick Lamar on it as well. I think it's Dedication. And I would listen to that song every day. Like from the 20 minutes from I left my house to my job to Fashion Nova, I would listen to that song every day. And it was so crazy because just 2 days ago, I really feel like my life got defined by that moment because that song came on. And I remembered me crying in my car every day driving to work and like, as I've continued to like progress in life, I forgot about that moment, right? And for that song to come on, it reminded me and showed me how far I got. Like those lyrics really speak to me, being dedicated. When am I gonna see the input that I put in? When am I gonna get that reward? When am I gonna see what I've gotten for this sense of dedication? And honestly, I really feel like that just happened to me 2 to 3 days ago when I heard that song, because it was like, I remember feeling so broken. And I think as God starts to give you little small blessings or life starts to work in your favor, you slowly stop to forget how you felt. And it just put in perspective that those down moments just don't hit or aren't as impactful as now because I'm where I want to be, right? And I always want to just hold on to those humbling moments when I find myself continuously moving forward so I don't lose hope or forget how far I've come. Like a lot of my industry friends, we have the same issue. We feel like we're just chasing something and we keep making progress. Like one of our goals we scratch off, but we're automatically thinking about the next thing, and we sometimes forget to appreciate the journey in itself. And like hearing that song again just really reminded me where I was in my life when I first heard it and how I'm just nowhere near there.